But they're all creators in some sense and singers, and three of our girls sing, like sing really well. So they've been going live with Sean, and that's been a lot of fun. And it's almost like forced them to do that because there's nothing else for them to do. So they're spending more time doing that kind of thing. And I have let go from worrying about schoolwork. It's kind of a shit show at my house, to be honest with you, because
I know that all too well.
Yeah. So, and I don't care. And any teachers watching, rest assured, I'm very thankful for all the work that you're sending home, but I'm assuring you that none of it is happening exactly how you want it to happen. So, but I'm not really worried that this is going to hurt them overall in their life in the grand scheme of things. I think that productivity is super important right now. Encouraging behaviors that create work ethic is super important right now. As far as parents are concerned, I guess that's anything I can throw out to any parents listening. But they're so scared about, oh, my kid's school year. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot that can be learned right now at home for the kids, and ways to promote work ethic and positive thinking, around this versus fear, anxiety, the unknown, So
absolutely, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, for sure. So, and just the last question. I mean, we can start to wrap it up. Unless, Todd, I can't see if there's any questions coming on the page. If there's any way you can forward me something, if there was, I'd like to be able to do that if possible. You great. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess, I'll ask you a question, Nick. If there are people out there you feel that are trustworthy to listen to and tune into, like, this is a really reliable source for answers. If people are stressed out about certain things, even if it's legal or just, business questions, should I be open? Am I essential? Things like that. Are there any sources that you would recommend?
I would always recommend first going to the state website, like check the press releases written up from the governor's office. That's always a place I would start. See exactly what they've put in print for guidance. From there, yeah, I mean, if you're a business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're looking to see what does or does not apply to you, I would recommend speaking with an attorney. And quite frankly, they might not be able to give you a 100% clear answer. Like I said, I mean, some of this stuff is just not in the law, period. Like, if you're found to have violated, what's the penalty? That's kind of the answers. I don't know. It doesn't say, at least not anywhere clearly that we've found when authoring that article up. I mean, it was, we've seen, like I said, from speaking with people, different applications of it with the fines and such, and technically you could be arrested because it's a Class B misdemeanor. You can't be held on it. They'd give you an appearance ticket. But yeah, I would definitely always check government websites first, see what the executive orders actually say. And some of them are pretty clear, but they go like one step too short. For example, like the governor authored an executive order probably almost 2 weeks ago now, authorizing video notary. So you don't have to get all the people in one room. For me, even as an attorney, to notarize you signing a mortgage, it authorized that as long as we're on a video conference, you provided me proof of your ID beforehand, and you can show me on the camera. You sign it, scan it to me. I can print it, sign this copy, send it back to you. That can be valid as an authentic notary. They failed to put in that order that all county clerks within the state must accept it as such. So now what we're getting is emails from title companies and title insurance companies saying, oh, by the way, there's certain county clerk's offices that are saying, screw you, we're not accepting these. They're not valid in our eyes. And the executive order didn't require them to accept them. So it was like, thanks for allowing us to do this ministerial act of notarizing these papers, But it's all for nothing if the particular county clerk that it needs to be filed in says, nope, I don't accept that, right? Like it would have been so simple for him to add that one sentence. Oh yeah, and by the way, all the county clerks in the state have to accept it as an authentic notary. Great, now your problem's actually solved.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you're having county clerks pick and choose if they want to accept it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, sure. It's funny because I bet you it's got to be so hard. The reality, like you said, that sometimes the law just isn't there. There hasn't been something like this. So if until they have the answer of a situation in front of them where somebody didn't accept it, well, now what do we do? Okay, so then
Well, that's the
we
thing.
amend the law and then it's good. So how many times you got to go back and forth and make this like clear? It's
right. And imagine like you were closed on your house and you thought, right, we can do it like this via, a video conferencing thing, as long as we follow these procedures that are in the order. Oh, the step-by-step procedures are in the order of like what makes it a legit notary via teleconference. But then the county clerk can just say, nope, forget it. And now you're supposed to move in, except they won't accept the papers for recording. So you don't actually own the house yet.
Yeah.
And now you got to be like, wait a minute, how do we do it a way they'll accept it in a timely fashion so we can actually get in our house, because we're living in a truck right now.
Yeah.
Well,
and
you try to have those
by the deadlines.
And you try and argue with some of these, other governmental offices, county clerks. I've experienced it with clerks' offices, town courts. If they don't want to do something, unless you can show them in black and white where they have to, they're not going to do it. And that's the thing with that order. You could stand there getting red in the face, yelling at the clerk, saying, you have to accept this. He issued an order saying this is a legit notary. They're saying, you might think it's a legit notary, and his order says you can do it that way. It doesn't say we have to accept it, so we're not. And you're like, oh, you're right. It doesn't say that. So now what? Now you can't force him to do anything. So it's like, that's why. Like, and quite literally, we're literally living in a time where the laws are changing daily, as all of these executive orders are just like issued. It changes day to day. So staying on top of it is like impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. Geez. Well, no, I appreciate you coming on and talking about this. I know, you guys coming from a family with, the importance of taking this so serious. It is serious that we take this so important, but there's so many challenges that have come and hurdles and whatnot, but it is all possible if we
Absolutely. That's it, man. I mean, we can't take it lightly. We can't take it, as overkill. I mean, it's being put in place for a reason. Mm-hmm. And, if you look at what's happening, there's good reason for it, and I can say, like, many people know me. My daughter has cancer. And like we were talking about, at least, luckily for us, knock on wood, she's not in the middle of a chemo treatment or anything. She has a somewhat suppressed immune system, but not completely immune compromised, thank God. Mm-hmm. But you can imagine all those people that are, for any reason. It's a much more significant issue than anybody might think. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely not anything that needs to be taken lightly. But at the same time, we need to stay informed. Nobody wants to be steamrolled and pushed into a corner and locked there. Right, everybody's worried about being put on lockdown in their house. Just stay informed. That's it. But I think at the same time, we also all need to see the silver lining here, and see the opportunity. Look at it from a point of gratitude. When else during this particular stretch of the year would we have this much time with our families, have this much time to reevaluate our businesses, our numbers, our strategies, our teams that we work with. What we're doing in general, no doubt there's going to be businesses that shut up and close for good as a result of this. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. But those that have the right mindset, I think, and approach this the right way, finding the opportunity, finding the gratitude that can be assessed in this situation, will come out in a better position than they were than when they went in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think, you shared something that's important that, about your family in particular, like I don't have a lot of fear around my house, my kids, my, me even, and I'm pregnant and I'm still like, yeah, if I got it, it would probably hurt like hell to have to be coughing because that's not comfortable as it is. But in all reality, it's not about me and it's not about my kids. It's about other people who do have situations that they're dealing with that this could be detrimental to them.
Right.
And that's why it's important for me to be quick with my business, get it home, get back to work as fast as I could, offering the same quality of services in their homes versus them coming to see me. So, and I think that's where maybe some people don't really realize how important it is, and it's not about them; it's about everyone as a whole. Because together, there's a lot of people out there that need us to be taking precautions on ourselves because of their conditions.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Absolutely. And like we thought about it, even with service providers like you and I, there's, there's a large faction of them that are like, well, I'm going to just sit around and rest on my spouse's income and wait this thing out. Not much else I can do. There's a whole lot more you can do. I mean, we're doing video conferences with our clients. Zoom works right off of any smartphone.
mm-hmm.
You know, we take electronic payments. We, are doing all these virtual interviews. We just interviewed someone, earlier today for our Syracuse office. There's so much that can still be done virtually. Like, imagine this happened 15 years ago, it would be a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Right. Where the technology is today, there's like next to no reason why service providers, aside from manual laborers, I suppose, can't find a way to survive this, if not thrive and grow through this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nick, just share how people can find you if they're interested, if they ever need anything, and just share, quickly what the focus is on a normal day, what you're doing.
Sure. Yeah. So I run Pastelacqua and Associates, litigation trial law firm in Central New York, Utica and Syracuse offices. We primarily focus on criminal and DWI defense work, as well as plaintiff's personal injury, slip and fall car accidents, things like that. We're at downtown Utica. You can find us on our website, cnytriallaw.com, or by phone, it's 315-500-NICK, 6425, or 877-TRIAL-LAW. And live answer 24 hours a day, live chat 24 hours a day on our website. Our staff, like I said, is fully up and running and operational. My direct staff is still answering phones during the days, working on things, talking to clients. We're like I said, we're 3 weeks into this. We've been working remotely for coming on a month now. So we're up to speed on everything and working as if this is the normal situation for us. But we're happy to help. Anybody needs anything, reach out. We're happy to discuss whatever you have going on, even if it's not something, like I said, that we can help you out with. Hopefully we know somebody we can put you in touch with to help you figure out what you got going on. This is a stressful time for everybody. Take care of yourselves, find the silver lining in it, find the gratitude and the opportunity as it presents itself during this situation and this time, and we'll all be all right.
Yeah, totally agree. I really thank you, Nick, for coming on, and you're doing great. I know Chris, I've known him for a long time. It's funny that he wrote that. He's such a little nerd. To joke about our late night campfire history or mystery talks, making up stuff, trying to test each other's knowledge to see if it was true or not.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's good to see you. Glad things are going well. And
yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, for doing this so last minute. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in for another episode of the Unstoppable You podcast right here on Disruption Network, where we have unstoppable stories, unstoppable people, unstoppable you. Have a great night.